Hey, Johnny. Sorry, I'm just still setting everything up because I'm double streaming to two platforms. So I'm setting everything up and making sure that it all works. Okay. I think we're going. Boop boop boo. Hey, thanks, Anna. Anna, tell me on TikTok. TikTok. Tell me on TikTok if you see the follow goal and if you can hear me and if the sound sounds weird. Hello. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up? Oh, that's so cool. Those bio the bio emotes. So cute. What's up, everybody? I'm just finishing setting everything up so that I can stream from two platforms. I sound good? Okay, there's no echo because sometimes it picks up from my mic and my camera. Okay, just making sure it's not like double picking up or making a crazy echo. All right, so hello, I'm Ron. I'm a girl named Ron. If you don't already know that, Ron comes from my real name, which is Veronica. And if you haven't already heard, Veronica is a character in Fallout that is now a legendary creature in Magic, and she makes junk. She's mono red, which is like my least played color, and I have been wanting to build more red, and so this is like right up my alley, and I'm red haired, so it's really exciting for me to build this, and I'm super jazzed about it. I have some ideas and I have some screens open, so I'm gonna get it going. I have, let's see, I have Scryfall open to all of the red and colorless cards that are available to in Fallout. So some of these are reprints like Blasphemous Act and Chaos Warp, and some of these are brand new like Bottle Cap Blast. I would like to keep this, just like when I built Sauron, I kept it primarily Lord of the Rings based. I would like to keep this primarily Fallout based as much as possible, but I do have some ideas. So what Veronica does, I'm gonna just pull her up because I want you to see her. What Veronica does is she's a 3/3 with Menace. Whenever Veronica, Dissident Scribe, attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard one or more non-land cards for the first time each turn, create a junk token. The junk token can be sacrificed to exile the top card of your library, and you may play that card this turn. So what I want to do is exile things. Hey, Brie, what's up? What I want to do is exile things and play them. So I want to have a lot of mana. I want to have, I want to make a lot of junk, and I want to be able to execute this kind of exile, discard, weird thing. So, I'm going to start with what I have, and then I'm going to go back to my Twitter because some people made some suggestions there, and I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to go back to this list, which is the Fallout list, and I'm going to add from here whatever we think would be good, and then we'll see where we're at, if we're missing any cards, if we're under 100, or if we then have to make cuts. So I'm going to start... I'm just going to start with, I started doing this at work, so I have like teachery post-it notes that I started writing my my notes on. So this is where I'm at so far, and I'm not married to these ideas. I just, like them. So we're going to start with Simeon's Spirit Guide. Mana Geyser. I know my keyboard is really clacky and I love it, but it's right next to my mic and I feel so bad typing because it's like it's like really loud to you guys, so I apologize. I'll move that one day, but today is not that day. I am a teacher, unfortunately. I don't love the... Ooh, that's not the page I want. I don't love the Board of Education and the politics of teaching right now, but I love the action of teaching. I just wish teachers had a little bit more autonomy and were trusted in their own expertise and not bound by state testing and things like that. That makes me absolutely crazy, and I feel terrible for kids that a large majority of the time they're testing. So yeah. I am a teacher, but I don't love everything about being a teacher. Okay. Mana Geyser, Mana Flare, Mana Echoes. We're going to just mana it up in here. Mana Echoes. Brass's Bounty. Treasonous Ogre. Runaway Steamkin. Right? Yes, perfect. I wanted to throw a Neheb in here. I will, I'm going to put this Moxfield list in the chat in Twitch. So if you want to like follow along with this list as it updates, just refresh the page and change the view to whatever suits you. Descent into Avernus, because we got to shout out my girl Quinn, and her love of red. So, I do have Ruby Medallion on the list. I'll get there. The Reaver Cleaver. I put Mox Amber in question marks. I'm gonna add it. Ornithopter. The One Ring, because I feel like the One Ring can really go in anything these days. Did that add? That did not add. Maybe I have to start it with the One Ring. There we go. Then we have our, like, regular schmegular must-have artifacts, right? So, Wayfarer's Bauble. And, of course, like I said, I'm not married to these. Mindstone. Felwar Stone. I'm happy to move things around. I like putting a Nyx Lotus in monocolored decks. I feel like it's really underplayed. But it's 4 mana, and it enters tapped. You tap it, choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. So if I have a lot of red cards out, it'll tap for that many devotion, which I think is really good. So let's see. Do I have Bergie in here? I don't think I have Bergie in here, so I'll keep that in mind. Nyx Lotus, Arcane Signet, Soul Ring. I'm gonna toss a Jeweled Lotus in here, though I might take it out, depending where we're at. Thought Vessel, Caged Sun, Commander's Sphere. I want the Nykthos land. I want Pyromancer's Goggles. Throne of Eldraine. Wand of Wonder. Cursed Mirror. I'm an artifact hoe, so like I love artifacts. Dowsing Device was my preview card from one of my preview cards from Ixalan, and I feel like it goes really well in here. So I'm gonna lean into including it because I want to. Yeah, I think it'll be good. It says when Dowsing Device or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, up to one target creature you control gets +1/+0, gains haste until the end of turn. Then transform Dowsing Device if you control 4 or more artifacts. Because we're making junk, we would get this land, which is a Geode Grotto, which adds a red mana, or you can pay 3, and until the end of turn, target creature gains haste and gets +X/+0, where X is the number of artifacts you control. So it'll buff my commander or any other creature the number of junk or the number of artifacts I have if they haven't been used. So I think this could be a useful card, and I like that it's my preview card in my Veronica deck. It feels flavorful, it feels good. So, onward. Ruby Medallion. I put Fire Diamond in question mark because everybody hates it, but like whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna slam a lightning bolt in here. I did put Blasphemous Act on my list, even though I end up never using it. I hate using it. Cleansing Wildfire. Environmental Sciences, just because I like that card. From the Ashes. Liberating Combustion. I put Reckless Handling in question marks. There and Back Again. That's a Lord of the Rings card, and it may not have a good place in here, but alas, we'll see. I did want to include a Chandra, but I haven't decided which one. And there are 37. Well, 37 cards that have Chandra in the name, but as the Planeswalker, oh my god, there's just so many. I cannot figure out which one I want. Alright. Cursed Mirror is in there for sure. And I'm gonna add Bergie as well. Okay. I can't see. I have to zoom my screen in. I'm getting old. Alright. Discard your hand, then exile. That sounds good, but it sounds like something I'm already doing. So I probably don't think I need extra of that, right? Deals 2 damage to each opponent. Deals 4 damage to target creature. 6 damage. I kind of like the Pyro Genius the best, but it'll... I just don't know. I'm gonna add these 3 and then decide later, because I don't want to spend too much time Oh my god, did I not look at these? I didn't look at these. Gosh darn it. Ugh! There's so many good ones. They're all good. Gosh, how do I choose? How do you choose? Hey, F-bomb. Welcome in. Ugh. Okay, I think I've narrowed it down to these 6. I'm not gonna keep all 6, but I've narrowed it. We're doing great. Let's see. All right. Where did we leave off? Okay, Bergie. And I also started putting some cards in, like Bottle Cap Blast, Crimson Caravaneer, Junk Jet, Megaton's Fate, and a card named Duchess. Those were on my list. All right. Now, let's take a look at what people suggested in Twitter. Oop. Okay. Madness was a good suggestion. That was like, I meant to look up more stuff with Madness, so I'm gonna jot that on my post-it. Dockside is a good idea. All right. Madness. I'm gonna write these down. I know, like, I'm doing double duty here, but Rose is one I meant to put in. That's also a new Fallout card. Somebody said Whisper Silk or Trailblazer Boots. I'm going so artifact heavy. Passionate Archaeologist. Reckless Fireweaver. Glinthorn, Buccaneer, Jaxus, Inti, Conspiracy Theorist. Somebody else said Reckless Fireweaver. Incorrigible Youths. We said Dockside. Lelia. Hadron detonator. Oh my god. There's so many good suggestions. Okay. Ingenious art. Ingenious arterialist. Reckless fire reader. Dragon spark reactor. Shreds of sanity. I have Inti. Containment. Construct. Conspiracy theorist. Bag of holding. So many artifacts. Containment construct was suggested by a few people. And Inti was also suggested. Goblin picker. Faithless looting. Which I think I wrote down, I feel, somewhere. Fiery temper. Squee. I'm running out of room on my post-it. I wrote the Crimson Caravaneer already. That's already on the list. I'll put the list so far. That should be it. That's where we are so far. Goblin picker. I haven't done that. Goblin picker. Oh. Squee. Inti is already in there. And conspiracy theorist is already in there. Dire flail. Crime novelist. Okay. Ooh, we got so much. All right, I'm good with the Twitters. Now I'm gonna add everything from Twitter and the dockside that you suggested. No, not dockside chef. Get out of here. Why does it even allow it? Shouldn't even allow it. It's not the right color. Dockside X. There. Rose. Cutthroat Raider. Should be it. Yeah. Okay. Glinthorn. Jaxus. Inti. Conspiracy theorist. Faithless looting. Fiery temper. Hadron detonator. Lelia. Reckless. Fire weaver. Passionate archaeologist. Trailblazer boots. Whisper Skull cloak. Incorrigible. I really do like that madness mechanic. I might do more with that. Dragon Spark Reactor. Ingenious Artillerist. Shreds of Sanity. Bag of Holding. Containment. Construct. Ah! Goblin Picker. Squee. Should I yay or nay on Squee? Dire Flail. Crime Novelist. Wild Magic Sorcerer? I'm gonna roll this down so you can see more. Okay, yay or nay on Squee, because I don't know. Whether or not to add it. We're at 76 and I don't have lands yet. Hee hee hee. Alright, you want to add Squee? Okay. I love how wishful thinking I was in thinking that, like, I was going to be under. Haha, never happens. Alright, I'm going to look at some of the new cards. Acquired Mutation. Am I, like... I zoomed in the camera, so I keep like going out. Every time I lean in closer to my computer, I'm like not in the frame. And I'm like, wow, I'm a streamer. Hee hee. I'm a gamer. Alright. Let's see. This is an enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, defending player gets 2 rad counters. I'm not really dealing with rad. Rose is great. I actually think Rose is a better commander than Veronica. Shh. Don't tell her I told you. I think Rose makes a much better commander than Veronica. But I have to build Veronica. So I'm going to put Rose in the 99 and then maybe swap them out every now and then and see how differently they play as commanders. But Rose is kind of like the secret commander of this deck because I think they will work really well together. So yeah. I debated on the bobbleheads, but I'm already so artifact heavy that I'm like, I can't. But I do think I want a bobblehead deck eventually. All right. Acquired Mutation. Are we yay or nay on it? Because I feel like we're not dealing with rad counters. I don't even know what rad counters do. I feel like a Basilisk Collar is good in anything, but again, I'm so artifact heavy right now that I just like don't... I don't think I need any. I have 28 artifacts right now. It's so much. I have 11 sorceries and 3 instants. But we're going to put more. Alright. Energy counters I don't really want to deal with. I have a Blasphemous Act. Brass Knuckles, Bloodforged Battle Axe. This is a lot of like copy stuff. I have a Bottle Cap Blast in there already. I fucking hate dealing with vehicles. Yeah, for sure it's for opponent's creatures. I guess I could put the Chaos Warp. I don't have that. Camp. Camp deals with junk tokens. So I think I'm going to add it just because it's on theme for what we're doing. So what camp does is whenever fortified land is tapped for mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If that creature shares a color with the mana that land produced, create a junk token. And you can fortify for 3. So this kind of like equips a land. And we're in mono red, so it's definitely going to be the same color. I'm just trying to see the lands that I've missed already, which is really just Ash Barrens. Okay, Command Tower. Do we want Crucible of Worlds? Do we want to be able to play lands from the graveyard? I know we're exiling a lot, but are we... I guess we are discarding cards. Like, Veronica discards. I could discard lands and then play them. So, like, this might be... Yeah, Foundry Inspector would be a good one to have. I am probably going to end up cutting artifacts because I have so many. But we're not cutting it just yet, so... The Foundry Inspector is in for now. I added Duchess. This is kind of an interesting land. Diamond City enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Move a shield counter from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate only if 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. I don't have a way of getting more shield counters onto it, so it would only be valuable once, which is not worth putting in. I love an Everflowing Chalice, but I don't think... I don't know that it'll be super valuable in this. Maybe. Ugh. Yeah, it still taps for mana. I just, like, don't know how valuable it would be. I don't want to just put it in just because it's a Fallout card. Expert level safe. You and target opponent each secretly choose 1, 2, or 3. Then the choices are revealed. If they match, sacrifice the card, sacrifice the expert, and put all cards exiled with it into their owner's hands. Otherwise, exile the top card of your library face down. I don't know that I want to get into that. Man, they put all my favorite equipments in this. Fire Shrieker, Basilisk Collar. Explorer's Scope. Whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. That's a pretty good one. And it's cheap. I guess I could. I'll add it in for now. I'm a sucker for artifacts every time. They always get me. They trap me. Alright. This spell costs 3 less to cast if a creature died this turn. When it enters the battlefield, untap each creature you control. That's pretty good. If it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase. Oh, I like that. All right, Grim Reaper's Sprint. I already added a junk jet. Guildless Commons. I'm always going to include a Homeward Path because I hate having my creatures stolen. So Homeward Path is always in there. Reliquary Tower is always in there just because you never know if people are going to give you cards. And I kind of also like a Rogue's Passage. As kind of my auto includes. Ian the Reckless. Right? I didn't miss anything. Ian the Reckless. Whenever Ian the Reckless attacks, if it is modified, well, I'm not going to really modify like a lot of other creatures, potentially. And it deals damage to me. I don't want that. I definitely want Junktown. Loyal Apprentice. Makes Thopters. Doesn't really... Doesn't really do a lot for me. This is cool, but it deals with rad counters, and I will not be making rad counters. Valakut? Okay. Masterwork of Ingenuity. Enters the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. That's kind of fun. I already put Megaton's Fate. But it's not like... Okay. Mr. Gutsy. I know people were really excited about Mr. Gutsy. Whenever you cast an aura or an equipment, put a 1/1 counter on Mr. Gutsy. When he dies, create X junk tokens, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on it. I feel like he could be. I don't know how equipment heavy this deck is going to be, but I like that he makes junk, so I'm going to add him in for now. Mysterious Stranger enters the battlefield for each graveyard with an instant or sorcery card in it. Exile target instant or sorcery from that graveyard. If 2 or more cards are exiled this way, choose one of them at random and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. That could be fun. It's not really doing much for my deck, but it could be fun. Like, it's not repelling the junk token or the exile things that I want. Goblin Engineer. Goblin Welder. Alright. Oh, I love a Mystic Forge. This whole set is like my Traxos deck. Like, everything in my Traxos deck is made in Fallout, which is really funny. Oh, I want to put a Nuka-Cola in here, but I'm not doing anything with food tokens or treasure tokens. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has Intimidate. Can't be blocked except by artifact creatures. Or creatures that share a color with it. Until the end of turn when it attacks defending players. When equipped creature attacks until the end of defending player's next turn, that player gets 2 rad counters whenever they cast a spell. Do we want Panharmonicon? Are we... Because we're having artifacts enter the battlefield a lot, but I don't know if that's going to trigger abilities of a lot of permanents. So do we want a Panharmonicon? Is it beneficial to us here? Oh yeah, I do be putting Commander's Plate in like every mono deck. Togo. I hadn't considered it, but I will consider it now. Whenever the Pip-Boy, whenever equipped creature attacks, choose 1. Draw a card, then discard a card. Put a 1/1 counter on that creature, or untap 2 target lands. That sounds really good for me. So, and it's cheap. It costs 1 to cast and 2 to equip. When Powder Ganger enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact. And it has Squad 2. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may pay 2 any number of times. When this creature enters the battlefield, create that many tokens that are copies of it. This sounds like a metal card, and I might be putting it in here, just cuz. I could probably put a Roadside Reliquary. I got hella artifacts. Oh good, there's a Rogue's Passage. Scavenger Grounds. Silver Shroud Costume. Has Flash. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Shroud until the end of turn. You have a Skull Clamp. A Solemn. I should just probably put a Solemn, right? I feel like that's always useful. I'm going to have the hardest time cutting in this deck, for sure. Put a 1/1 counter on each artifact creature you control. I'm not really making artifact creatures. Sticky Fingers. Enchanted creature has Menace. When it deals combat damage, create a treasure token. I mean, treasure tokens are always good, right? So... Oh, Temple of the False God, I love. I wrote an article about it, if you haven't read it. It's like a love letter to Temple of the False God. Because everybody fucking hates it, and I love it. You are so right, Johnny. So right, bestie. Stolen Strategy. Oh, my back. I just cracked my back. It's like... Bleh. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until the end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. I don't often play cards like this. I don't often steal or play things off of my opponents. And I'll tell you why. Because in my In my decks, I usually have a game plan or a strategy, and usually somebody else's deck won't really have very much to benefit that strategy. And a 5-mana thing just to exile the top of a library once a turn just doesn't seem super beneficial to me. I think I would rather spend the mana playing my own things out of exile than my opponent's. I think this would be a card that if I added it now would get cut. So, all right, Survivor's Medkit. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. Draw a card. Create a food token. Target player loses all rad count. No, that's not going to benefit me. I didn't put any Greaves or Boots, but I don't think I need them. These have energy counters. I already did a Thought Vessel. The Mother Lode. Ooh, I heard something. It scared me. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Good to see you. Help me build Veronica. That, like, legitimately scared me, as if, like, I don't hear this sound all the time. The deck is definitely looking busted. I don't even have lands that, well, like, the land base is not done, but this is the deck so far. And we're definitely over. We're already at 100, and there's only 9 lands, and there's 32 artifacts. So we're definitely going to be cutting stuff. We just are, right now, we're throwing all the ideas in the basket. And then, why would I help you? Because deep inside, you actually like me. And, you know, I can't tell you why, but the fact of the matter is that you do. I'm not using this against you. The one that we are planning to do against each other is the uncards, right? So I'm building Kevin against you. So that hasn't been streamed, but this is good. This is Veronica. I'm still working on Kevin because I haven't decided the complete direction to take against it. All right, the Mother Lode Excavator, that's dealing with energy. I don't really want to do that. Thrill Kill Disciple. When it dies, create a junk token. So maybe. Treasure Vaults. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. Alright, let's add the Thrill Kill. Do I want Unexpected Windfall? Maybe. Vandal Blast. Man, I miss white already. I'm like, where's my path to exile? Okay, I do like War Room. And I do like a Wasteland. What's Wild Wasteland? Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play these cards this turn. That might help in my strategy. So let's go Wild Wasteland. War Room. I'm gonna put Wasteland in just because I like this card and I want the art. I want an excuse to use it. Alright, what's Vault 21? Discard a card, then draw a card. Reveal up to 5 non-land cards from your hand. for each of those cards that has the same mana value as another card revealed this way, create a treasure token. So if I reveal up to 5 cards and they all have the same mana value, I can make 5 treasure tokens. Why not? I can always cut it, right? Oop, why am I in caps? Vault 21. Okay, I'm going to now narrow down the bobbleheads because I want to read what they actually do. Should I not? Should I not take deck building advice from Reversal? Wizards of the North is out here blasting you. Okay, so are there 7 bobbleheads? That's it? I thought there were 10 for some reason. I thought there were more. Okay, so I guess there's only 7. There's Agility bobblehead. All of them add 1 mana of any color, and they're all 3 mana. So this one is pay 3 and tap it up to X target creatures you control. Each gain haste until the end of turn and can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Charisma bobblehead is pay 4, create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Pay 3, up to X target creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until the end of turn, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Intelligence bobblehead, draw X cards where X is the number of bobbleheads you control, but that costs 5. That's really expensive. Roll a 6-sided die where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. X 6-sided die where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Create a tapped treasure token for each even result. If you rolled 6 exactly 7 times, you win the game. That's so fucking funny. Put X 1/1 counters on target creature where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. And look at the top X cards of your library. Yada yada. I feel like a lot of them are valuable, but they're really valuable when they're all together. Right? Yeah, making copies of the bobbleheads so that you get more than the standard amount, for sure. I feel like I want to build that deck, but not in this one. Like, I want to build a bobblehead deck that's just, like, fucking stupid, you know? Like, it would be a good, like, Unfinity deck almost, but... Okay, so I put bobbleheads on my post-it note in question marks, but I am deciding against it because I just don't think... I don't think it's going to do what I want it to do in this. All right, here we are. Here's our list so far. I'll drop it in the chat again, just in case anybody missed it. All right, we are at 107 cards, and we only have 11 lands. Are there any red lands that I should be including? Yes, this is mono red. This is Veronica, and she makes junk. So Veronica is 3/3 with menace. Whenever she attacks, you may discard a card. If you do draw a card, whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards for the first time, create a junk token. The junk token is sacrifice this artifact to exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. So I want to discard cards, draw cards, exile cards, play them. So I want to have lots of mana, and I want to have lots of ways to play my cards from exile. and make a lot of junk so that I can continue to do that. All right, Mines of Moria. Great Furnace. I don't know what the Red Channel land is called. I'm not doing bobbleheads in this, but I'll do it in another deck for sure. What mono red bounce? You guys gotta give me names because I'm so bad with lands. Sokezan. Oh, it's not pulling it up. Something's spelled wrong. Soken. There it is. The Crucible of Defiance. Okay. Sokenzan. Got it. All right. Are we good with mono red lands? I really have no idea what's even good in red. This guy's a warrior and a land. I hate that it gives you all the colorless ones too. Like, I just want the red ones. Like, it gave me, like, this. It's not even red. What are you doing, Moxfield? Moxfield, you're drunk. Go home. Do I want to Castle Embereth? Why not, right? Why not? Let's add that. I don't want anything that enters tapped if I can avoid it. There's so many tap lands. Ooh, what's that? Target creature loses all landwalk abilities. I don't feel like that'll really be like super beneficial all the time, but you know, why not? Taps for red. I like a useful land. Oh, 178 more. I was like, oh good, I'm almost at the end. Nope. Nope. Psychosis Crawler and Brawlin. Somebody else suggested Brawlin as well, and I kind of slept on it, but I'll add those once I'm done with these lands. Oh gosh. My TikTok live yelled at me. I'm here, I promise. Hee hee. It's like if you don't click on there every now and then, it's like, hey! Hey, what's up? Cardboard Combat is in the chat. What the freak is a Cardboard Combat? Yes, Passionate Archaeologist is in here. Ooh, do I want the O'Hare God? I don't even know what it does in red. I feel like it's probably excessive. I don't want to pay life to use lands. In this economy, lands are free. I like that. Target legendary creature gains first strike. We like first strike. That's fun. Do we want the Shatter Skull Smash? I don't want to enter tapped. No sorry, Bob. We want to use that mana immediately. Why everything comes in tapped? God. Ooh, I like a hideaway. I kind of like this Spine Rock Knoll because I like the hideaway feature, but I'm not married to it. I'm going to add it for now. Oh, just this cheap old tabernacle over here. Just, you know, pennies. Sorry, I'm reading lands and not reading chat. Like a good streamer. Yeah, that's my deck list. I'm building Veronica. She cares about discarding cards, drawing cards, playing things out of exile, and making junk. Blood Moon is a must, and I can't even believe that I forgot it. But I can believe that I forgot it because, you know why? I don't play red very much, so it's not that shocking. But you are correct. Blood Moon should go in here. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards plus 1. That might be useful. Let's add that. I love a Vesuva, because sometimes people will be popping off with some, like, crazy land I've never heard of. And I'm like, yeah, I want that. And then I takes it. Well, I don't take it. I just make a copy of it. Artifact synergy. A little bit. I think there's, I'm putting in things that give value to artifacts because junk is artifact, so it's leaning artifact heavy, though I'm going to cut a lot of artifacts. It's not going to end up staying this heavy. But I did want to incorporate as many Fallout cards and Fallout reprints that I could, so I'm trying to prioritize cards that are in the Fallout theme, but I also want to put in cards that are valuable to the mechanic of the deck. This might be good. Alright, we're down to the last 3. Like, why is it giving me a fucking Yavimaya? in a red deck. So weird. Okay. Let's put that Blood Moon in before I frickin' forget. Oh yeah, Nettle Cyst gains powers with Nettle Cyst, do you think? Psychosis Crawler, but right, Psychosis. We said Rollin, Dormant, Volcano, and then Blood Moon. And we said Nettle Cyst, right? Does it count? Yeah, +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Yeah. So as long as I haven't used up all the junk, it'll make it quite large. Oh yeah, Blackblade Reforged, or... Yeah, including itself. I play Nettle Cyst in Traxos, but I don't make anything in Traxos. It's just a Voltron deck, so... Am I frozen? I feel like I'm frozen. Can you see me? Am I frozen? My Frank's red hot. Put that shit on everything. You can see me. Am I moving? Or am I frozen? I can't. I don't know. I feel like I'm stuck. Yeah, okay. Good. So you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. Let me try to unfreeze myself. Hey, Kang. Welcome in. I'm going to try to fix this. I hate, it always freezes me in like the dumbest face too. What a freaking shame. All right. Let's see. Let's see if that restarts it. Oh, technology. Nope, still frozen. I restarted the camera too. Sons of bees. I like really love my pen. Okay, I fixed it. Ha ha! I think I'm fixed. Look at me moving in real time. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry about that. I've done it. I'm a technological wizard. Okay. All right. We were saying, oh, Blackblade. Yeah, a lot of these cards are in my Traxos deck, but I don't make treasures or anything in it, so I don't like count it for other things except the equipments because it's a Voltron deck. Obviously we are well over. Yes, I've been to many Magic Fests and many Magic Con. I've been to Command Fests, Magic Cons, SCG Cons, and all of that. I will be going to an SCG Con this very weekend. It is called SCG Con Philly, though it's not really in Philly. It's in like King of Prussia area, but it's close enough to Philly. But it is at the Valley Forge Casino. And I've been to another event there. You're going to? Cool. If you see me, because you'll see my hair before anything. So if you see me, say hello, stop me and say hello and remind me of this chat. I'll remember you, but just remind me of your username and of this chat. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I will be at SCG Con. I went to Command Fest there last year, and I actually really liked the venue. And I liked that everything was in the same building, and being in a casino was fun. Even though I didn't play anything, I didn't gamble. Like, it was just like a fun ambiance to be in. And there was like a lobby bar with like a DJ, so there was like fun things to do at night, even if you didn't leave the premises. So that was cool. So you suggest cycling, Randy. Somebody else suggested Madness, which I feel like is a really strong mechanic in this as well. So what cards would you suggest if you were cycling? And what is this Surly guy? Whenever you discard a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on Surly. Whenever you discard a land, create a treasure token. Got it. Okay. So, what do you think of... You would make the whole deck cycling. What would I search if I was looking for cycling cards? Because red is my least played color, and cycling is a mechanic that I'm not super familiar with. So what would I just like search Oracle text cycle or cycling? Cycling. Okay. Okay, good. It's only come up with 57 results. So I hate when it comes up with like 400 and I'm like, I'm never gonna get through this. All right. Cut out the middleman and just straight discard the card as part of drawing. I wish there was a way to... Like, I like that in Moxfield you can just click and add, but I wish there was a way to, like, organize them by mana value like you can in Scryfall. Because, like, this is way too costly. Like, I know that there's a cycling cost, but... It's so expensive, though. Sort MV here. Only 22? I feel like that's a lot. Oh, wow, look at you. Genius. Okay. I like Dranith Stinger. I like the cheap stuff. More than like the expensive stuff. I mean, I use Moxfield a lot too, but I'm not good at coding syntax. And I think it's because I took this I took one of my majors. I triple majored in college because I'm crazy. One of my majors was linguistics, and as part of the study of language, I had to take classes in like morphology and phonology and syntax, but not syntax in computer language. It is like in, you know, human language. And one of my electives for linguistics ended up being a very like computer syntax kind of class. And it was, we did a lot of coding, like Python, and everyone in that class was a linguistics major, and everyone in that class was like, what the hell does this have to do with our major? I feel like it was some sort of like error in the system because none of us knew what the hell we were doing in that class, and we were like, why is this why is this something we have to take? And I was so bad at coding and so bad at Python that like every time I see like coding language, I feel like almost traumatized. I'm like, ew, I hate this. So I certainly am very familiar with Moxfield, but I avoid using like the syntax of coding because I'm not very good at it. All right, I'm just going to throw a couple of these in there. And then decide. There's a lot of cycling support. It's 57 cards, it says, right? That's a lot. That's half a deck. Yeah, then they get like really, really costly. Why would you put Roaming Throne in this? Choose a creature type. Yeah, like why? I wouldn't know. But what creature type would you choose? Because it's not like a typo deck. Just Veronica's type? If triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. So it bypasses this first time each turn. It allows me to make 2 junk tokens. Or it allows me to discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. Yeah, you'd make 2 junk? Okay. She's a human artificer rogue. Alright, how many lands would you put in this? Because I'm just going to toss in the remainder of the mountains. Wait, it's not. What a piece of shit. Okay. I put 35. I should probably... I'm frozen again? Ugh. God damn it. Sorry. Sorry. Of course. Wonderful. I think it's because this camera tends to not like being constantly on. And I bought a fix for that, but I haven't set it up yet. Ugh. I do have the mana rocks. You're right. Usually it lasts longer than that, so I'm surprised it's giving me trouble, but of course. There it is. Right? Or is it I'm frozen again? God damn it. You're just gonna have to deal with me frozen for a little while. Yeah, I think it needs to cool off. It's given me the troubles. I'm just gonna turn it off for a little while, and then I will work on fixing it this weekend. All right, in the meantime, I do have a lot of mana rocks. And I have a lot of sorceries. How many lands do I need? Is 35 good? Or should I do more? Okay. All right. $35 is good, I think, and I have lots of rocks. I'm gonna have to cut these down. 33 artifacts is way too much, and so is 36 creatures. But at least I'm gonna cut some of these Chandras tonight. All right. Pyromaster deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker and 1 damage to 1 target creature that player or planeswalker controller controls. I like that it continues to exile from the top of my library. Okay. I think Pyrogenius was like my favorite because I liked that it does so much damage. All right, discard your hand, then exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play cards exiled this way. Do I want to discard my hand? Do I want to do that much? I feel like this is okay. Like, this is pretty good. I like that this is doing damage, but it's not doing anything for my mechanism. Neither is this one. Dress to Kill is probably the best one. And it's the cheapest. Okay, I'm down to 3 Chandras. I definitely want Dress to Kill. Heart of Fire is discard your hand, exile the top 3 cards, and I may play these cards. I can deal 2 damage to any target. And search my graveyard for any number of instants or sorceries. And this one is just exile the top of my library. Okay, I probably don't want to discard my whole hand. So I'm going to narrow it down to these 2 Chandras. Okay, now I just have to cut 44 cards. Yay! This is the deck so far as it stands. But even though we're 44 cards over, this deck is under $1,000, which is pretty good considering I didn't even put cheapest printing or anything yet, but okay. All right, I think we are off to a great start. I hate that my camera's not working, so I'm going to end the stream and try to fix this camera because it's killing me. But I'm going to send a raid over to my friend Shanable. I know there's not a whole lot of us left, but hang in there so that we could say hi to my friend. Thank you for being here and thank you for your help. And please DM me or send me a whisper if you have any suggestions on what to cut. I will be working on that this week. And I'll see you later. Have a great night.